Today, we're just here to have some fun. I also know I have to give a disclaimer, so here it goes. All right. Well, you understand what I'm saying? They know it's a train wreck coming. It's your boy Astro. Today I'm feeling really, really relaxed here at this lovely space. That's right. An isolated space. I always like to start with a nice conversation about life itself and my philosophy. I had a lovely conversation about relationships the other day, talking about where's your man and what have you. I know that my conversation is not really popular amongst the idealistic women because we have everybody has their ideal of what they want, and they deserve to have what they desire. Sometimes some of those desires is like having or trying to make a pig fly, you know, to give a human being wings. To put an idealistic view on something that is not designed for a particular thing. But it's okay. We can still want pigs to fly and for human beings to have wings because we're entitled to our own idealistic imagination. They go together. But, like I said, I try to keep it at least conversational and respectful, you know. But we're doing what I consider an Ask Astro. We're going to focus on astrology because, as you know, 2 days from now, they got the solar eclipse and everybody's in frantic because the devil's comet is passing, and then it's all going to be in Aries. Mercury's going to be in retrograde Aries and all these other stuff, that they talk about astrologically. So let's talk astrology. Now, there are a few things that I teach from a perspective of my school, and I teach sometimes on my social media astrology because we want this kind of conversation to be happening 100 and 200 years from now, because we started with our children and our children's children, teaching them the science and understanding that this is important. So what we're doing here at this point in time is very much a necessity. It is necessary for you to be here and us to talk astrology, not just with myself, but with other astrologers or competent astrologers that are on social media, on these YouTube channels and these TikToks and Facebook or whatever social media, Instagram. That's what we're here for. We're here to make sure that when we incarnate in the next lifetime, that our parents and our parents and our grandparents were fully aware of astrology and the depths of it. See, we have to live as if we're living for our lifetime after the next, because those people in the past were you as well. You lived here before. You've been here before, and we build up to this point where we are, astrologically savvy. We are in the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius rules astrology. All right, Uranus has a capacity, connection uh, uh, to deal with astrology. So you are in the age of Aquarius, and you are a participant in this whole global expansion of spirituality, this global expansion of astrology, or anything that is what we consider esoteric. So I want to thank you and I want to congratulate you for being a part of this generation, this Aquarius generation, this age of Aquarius, I should say. Now, there are a lot of different charts, and astrology is a very, very vast and big subject. We have some astrologers who focus on particular areas of astrology, some karmic astrology or esoteric astrology. You have Vedic astrology, you got Chinese astrology. We got different kinds of astrology. And even in those astrology, there are different subsets in astrology. You'd hear me talk about it sometimes about progress charts or natal charts or draconic charts, and but there are so many different charts. You have the diurnal chart, you got the Uranian chart. It's so much different charts that you have no idea of. It is almost like, yeah, it's a lot. You got the solar return chart, the direct chart, and the progress lunar chart, progress solar chart. We got the wind key return chart. We got primary directions, daily timings. It's just so many different things in astrology, so much charts. One chart that I came about and learned quite a while ago is called the age harmonic chart. It is one of the most strange and unique charts that you could come up with and ever see. To some degree, I use this chart also alongside your physical body and events that take place in your life to how it rectifies somebody's time of birth. It is called the age harmonic chart. It is so accurate. This is the only chart that the ascendant doesn't have to start in the first house. Or the MC doesn't have to be in the top 3, it could be to the bottom. Or the IC doesn't have to be to the bottom, it could be to the top. It literally is that kind of chart. And it tells you events for the year, what to expect, what can happen, what is happening right now, your circumstances right now. It is that accurate. The thing is, though, you have to know your exact time of birth. Your exact time of birth, not a speculation, because as little as 1 minute could throw the whole chart off. It is that amazing. I don't talk about it a lot because, I like to build people up to particular things. I don't want to crowd you with all sort of astrological information and get you overwhelmed. But this chart is one of the most amazing charts you could ever get out if you could understand it. You will. So we have some comments, some questions. I see here already. Okay. Hey, what's going on? I'm gonna just post everybody's message. How you doing? Hey, Jerry. Hey, Alexis. Miss Pope. Chakra Love Guidance. Yeah. Hey, May Slays. KT, what's good? How you doing? Hello, what's going on? Yo, Corey, what's popping? What to do for the eclipse? Okay, we're gonna get to that. It's according to what the eclipse is doing in your chart. Hey, Miss Love. Hey, Mocha. Beautiful day, Keisha. Hey, what's good, everybody? Just want to say hello, pay tribute to you guys who are here, who's actually taking the time to say hello. The question is, also, please don't forget to hit click the notification bell and the like button. And thank you very much, Keisha. The question is, when will you do a next tour in Canada? That's coming pretty soon this year. All right, for sure. I was supposed to continue the tour, but I had to make an emergency stop. Hello, how you doing? Just saying hello to everybody. Corey Holden says, hey, What's going on, honey love? Hey, everybody, just want to say my hellos. You would like one of those charts. Okay, so let me show you how it looks and how it can be interpreted. And if you got some questions, y'all know what to do. My Cash App is there. I'll get the alert. You want 3 questions to be answered. I am here for it. Okay? Respectfully. So let's go. I'm going to just share what a chart like this would look like so y'all can understand what it looks like. All right. So let's say that we have, and this could also predict certain things that are happening in countries as well. Let me just use this chart right here. So this chart, as you can see, is slightly different. Okay. For her, this is called, as you can see, this is a chart, and I'm going to, this is a natal chart. I'm going to turn it into an age harmonic chart. And we could tell by this person, their chart, the age harmonic chart. And the ascendant is still inside the first house. The IC is still in the 4th. The MC is in the 9th. So these things are, pretty much. But what you'll notice is that, because if you don't know astrology, you know that Mercury does not travel far from the sun. It can only be this sign or this sign or this sign. It's either one of 3 signs. Either it's in the sign of the sun, the one before it, or the one after it. However, Mercury can move 3 signs down, 4 signs down, be opposite to each other. And Venus is the same thing. Venus only travels 1 sign ahead or 1 sign backwards. As you can see, Venus is all the way in the 12th house. It's 1, 2, 3 signs away, as opposed to one sign away. So it has its own uniqueness to it. Helps you to understand that, and it's very, very predictive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give away one of these readings. I should say just one. Sierra Coleman asks, how much is it to ask a question? You get 3 questions for $20. Oh, it's not this in the description. I apologize. It is $OEIN STEIN. That's my Cash App. You can also message LESLIE Brown your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth, and your real name. All right, try to type it as best as possible. Thank you, Keish. I keep on forgetting that you're here. I'm not that you're here today. I mean, you're always here. I appreciate you for that. And so that's the information. Keisha's gonna post it. And if you're, open, the Cash App is gonna show. It's gonna give me a sort of a notification. Hey, somebody just sent you Cash App. Make sure you send into my personal page with the one with the check, the blue check. You send the $20. I see we have a few here already. Okay, y'all ain't playing. Okay, we got Corey, we got Zara, and we got Kimberly. That was quick. Appreciate you guys for that. What you're going to do is send your information to my messenger so that I can take care of your questions. Give me a second. Oh. Give me a second, you guys. I'll be right with you. Just got to make sure that my phone is plugged in. That's important because, yeah, I want to be able to have some data, some Wi-Fi to help you guys out. All right, so send your message into that messenger so we can have your information and I can work from there. Click here. And if you never messaged me before, okay, so we got Miss Love. I mean, Miss Mocha Love. And I think your real name is Kimberly, right? If you're here with me, Miss Mocha Love, yes, Kimberly. All right, and I'm gonna pick up your name and Kelly. Let's go. We're going. Let's get the chart. And let me share the screen. All right, here you go. All right, so one of the first questions that you had was I molested as a child? And that's a tough one to answer, but I can definitely take a look at it. Do you know of you being molested as a child, or you're saying that you don't remember it happening? This is what I want to know. Do you remember it happening, or you're testing me, or you don't know if anything happened and you want to know? Yes. All right. So I need you to let me know which is it. Okay. Okay. Looking at your chart, this natal chart, uh, I would say that there could have been something that may have happened. And the only reason why I say that is because when I look at this chart, that's a little strange. Yeah, this chart, that is. When the so let me just say it. As a Libra rising, that's your natal chart. I think that's your Libra rising. That means that you have Aquarius sitting on your fifth house. Now, what I'll do is look at the 12th house and see what you're subconsciously blocked. And you have Virgo sitting in your 12th house, but there's Dark Moon Lilith. Dark Moon Lilith is conjunct your Toro. Okay. Dark moon and Nessus. Nessus is basically an asteroid that deals with the victim. Right here, you have all these conjunct in your 12th house. Now, I would have thought, looking at the sign Virgo, that it'd be something to do with work. But when I look further into the ruler of Virgo, which is Chiron, is sitting in Cancer. Okay? It's sitting in Cancer, which represents family. And to be honest with you, looking at this, I could see that there is some trauma dealing with a family member that you could have possibly blocked out based upon the fact that Virgo is very efficient. That's Chiron is about what is working for you as opposed to sitting in those wounds. And looking here, not only did you sort of experience that in this lifetime, but you also have South Node in the 12th house in Virgo when the ruler is inside of Cancer, and the moon making a square to the South Node. So I could tell that this is something that happened to you, not just in this lifetime, but in previous lifetime as it pertains to your like your family member or somebody touching you inappropriately based upon your chart. That's what I see. That answers your question. Based upon the chart, I can see that being a yes. The question is, should I stay single this year? Should you stay single this year? Let me take a look. And since we talked about age harmonic chart, I'm going to sort of have you see how an age harmonic chart looks. Okay. As it pertains to you staying, he's coming. So as it pertains to um your 5th house, your 7th house, and the sign of Libra, I see you have Saturn in the sign of Libra. That's normally an indication that there may be a little restriction about being a long-term relationship. However, you have a whole stellium in Libra in the 11th house. Continuously connecting with people on social media or the internet or however it may be. It's going to lead you towards a long-term relationship. Should you stay single this year? Um, and I see, I don't take it as somebody you need to be single this year because that's not what I see. You also have Venus inside your 7th house in this chart. I don't see you being single for like you're talking. I don't. The answer to that is no. You don't need to be single. All right. You don't need to be single. You need to focus on yourself and block yourself from receiving that long-term relationship that may be coming. You need to just allow things to be and not try to control it or put a block on it. Your last question is, how many children do you see me having? How much kids you got now? Let's start with that. How much kids do you have now? All right, so as a Libra rising, you have Aquarius sitting on your 5th house. And Aquarius, what I've noticed about women who have Aquarius on their 5th house, especially if Uranus is not really comfortable wherever it is, they normally experience a C-section or some sort of surgery where they got to get cut to have their first child. You also have your Saturn conjunct your 5th house ruler. When you look at his chart, Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and your Uranus is 28 degrees and it's conjunct Saturn. Okay, that's normally a limitation on the amount of children that you may have. I could say that, like Evans, you made that one. If you were to experience another pregnancy, it would be a little violent. Yeah, station. So it's gonna be a little violent. You don't want that to happen. So your baby girl, or your baby boy, whatever it is you have, just enjoy the fact that they're here. And if you do have one, thank the universe for it. Thank heavens for it. Because it is not like, because you said the first one almost took you out. I believe you. Your chart is showing that. The America baby, just be happy with that one. All right. Well, that's your 3 questions. All right. So let me go with my next person, which is Corey. Corey said, I want that chart. We'll deal with that. If you have a question, let me know, Corey. Corey Holden. If you got, a curiosity, I could always send you the chart. Definitely. We got you. I got you. So the next one is named Britney. Britney or Zara. I'm gonna pull up your chart, if you don't mind. I'm gonna put you as Zara Britney because you didn't give me a last name. And date of birth is the 12th of June. 1:39 p.m. And you're born Oklahoma City. All right. And the questions that you have is, what spiritual gifts do I have? What should I expect from this eclipse energy? How or where should I focus to expand my financial income? Those are pretty decent questions. Okay. All right, sorry. So this is your natal chart. What spiritual gifts do you have? Well, your South Node is in Leo. First and foremost, you got the gift of being able to dance. You have the gift of creativity. You have the gift of being in the spotlight, leadership, charisma. It's another South Node in Leo gift that they brought from a previous lifetimes. You also have the gift of discern of spirit, meaning you could tell when somebody's lying to you without them telling you that they're lying. Okay, that's another gift that you have. The gift of awareness. You also have the gift of knowledge, knowing a little bit about everything. You have the gift of nurturing. Your Jupiter is in Cancer, sitting conjunct Chiron, normally makes that person a healer. An empathic healer is a gift that you may have. Someone who can feel people's emotions and what they're going through. Pluto in the third house also creates a very deep mind and gives you the ability to speak, but not just speak like fluently, but you can affect people with the words that you say. You also have the gift of enterprise, starting businesses or becoming the business. You have your moon conjunct Neptune, conjunct the North Node, and conjunct Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius. You also have the ability to what we call non-discrimination. You have the gift of unconditional love. Your Mars is in the eighth house in Aries. You have the gift of bravery. Okay. You also have the gift of knowing when somebody is going to experience a traumatic something. You have the gift of dreams, but this dreams is connected to the people who you care and love. So anything dealing with a relationship, you would normally have a dream about that, or a vision, or a feeling. Because Venus in Taurus likes feeling. So it's a sort of a feeling and not necessarily just a dream. And those are the gifts I see there. What should I expect from this eclipse energy? All right, what you should expect from this eclipse energy, let's take a look. Well, you got Aries. This eclipse energy, the moon and the sun is going to be, conjunct each other in the sign of Aries on the 8th degree, I think. Let me double check and take a look. I want to make sure I get the degrees right. All right, 2 degrees. Yeah, this is going to be. So we should be good. I mean, when it comes to you, I would say, because your Mars in Aries, you could look forward to possibly a bill coming out of nowhere. You see, Aries and Mars is not a very comfortable planet or placement. This can create a family member within the month experiencing some sort of accident. I don't like to talk, stuff that could hurt people, but I'm just taking a look at what your chart is saying. Now, this Mars right here, being in that 8th house, is a scary placement. Okay? Very scary. I would say that I need for you to drive really slow wherever you go. Take your time. Do not rush to go anywhere. No matter who tries to tell you to rush you into something. And that's what I say to you about that. Oh, your grams passed yesterday. Okay. Sorry to hear that. You have my condolences. Most of the times, an eclipse in the 8th house normally brings a death. So, like I said, you have my condolences on that. How or where should I focus to expand my financial income? So what I'll do is I'll take a look at your progress chart to see what's going on. On your progress chart, you have Jupiter conjunct the Sun, conjunct your MC, and your Moon is in Taurus. I would say because Moon rules Cancer is in the 8th house, I would say investing in real estate. Investing in real estate. The sign Cancer rules the home and real estate. And the ruler of Cancer, which is the moon, is sitting in the 8th house of investment, other people's money. I would say that you're going to make a whole lot of money if you invest now in real estate. And it could be, crowdfunding, where you build stuff, where people money come together to build buildings and stuff like that. But it's showing that that's where you can make the most money right now. All right. So if you get into it, let's go. That's what it's showing. That is the best place for you to expand. So I hope I answered your question. Britney, also Zara, thank you for choosing me. All right. All right. So Ms. Nukalau is also next. I have your soul report, so waiting to give you to finish it so I can give it to you. Let me pick up your chart. All right, I gave you your whole government name. It's up there. The first question is relocating the right time for me? Locating the right time for her. Now, answering your question, your sun is in the 29th degree in Pisces. In a few days, your sun is going to be in Aries. You're going to progress into the sign of Aries. As you can see, your sun is 29 degrees, 42 minutes. As a matter of fact, a few weeks, your sun is going to progress into the 5th house of natural talents and skills. Aries is ruled by Mars, and your Mars is in the 2nd house of Capricorn. If I follow the story even more so, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and your Saturn is in Gemini in the 7th house, conjunct the descendant. I don't see relocating for you right now. I see the establishment of a business. And this business can be a partnership with somebody. And it's the sign of Gemini rules the neighborhood, the area that you're in or you live in. So I don't see that this is the right time for you to relocate right now. The answer is no. Should I stay out in my current position at work? Should I stay out? What do you mean stay out, Ms. Nukalau? I mean, should you stay in the position? Because I'm starting to not understand English these days. Everybody got a different English. Okay, stay in. All right. So the question is about your stay in the position you're in. What do you do for a living now? Just share with us exactly what it is that you do for a living, Ms. Kalau, with everybody. Okay. All right. So still on your progress chart, as you can see, the MC is conjunct your Pluto. There's normally an indication a transformation in the career. Now it's 2 degrees off. You also have your MC growing towards Toro. And I see this MC being here about 2.5 years from now, which means that you're going to buck a bully on your career, in your job. You may be forced to leave at a position based upon this. Now, MC is in Libra. Libra is ruled by Juno. Your Juno is in Sagittarius, sitting in your first house. And then Jupiter, which the ruler is in your third house in Aquarius. What I see here is, as a career-wise, things are going to shift anyway. 2 years from now, that won't be the same place to stay. So focusing on this business is going to help you, or whatever business that you or yourself or whoever this person is that this the chart is speaking about should focus on. Will I remarry? Y'all be hitting me with all the hard-ass questions. All right. Will I remarry? Let's use the age harmonic chart for you guys, for you. And we're going to see if remarrying is a thing. So looking at your chart, I see that the ruler of your 7th house, we're going to make sure this is the exact time of birth. Ruler of your 7th house is Mercury. And Mercury is in Capricorn, which represents tradition. Then we look to see where Saturn is. It's in Libra, that rules partnership. And back to Juno, which is 8 degrees away from the ascendant and is growing. So I would say that you will remarry in this lifetime. Based on what I'm looking at, I would say yes. It's sort of fated. The ruler of your 7th house is conjunct North Node. How that marriage will be is based upon the fact that you have Pluto, the planet that rules sex, death, regeneration, transformation, and toxic energy. Means that this is going to be a power play in that relationship, in that marriage. But it's fated. If you so decide on changing that faith, then you're probably robbing yourself of that whole experience. You're robbing your soul of that soul growth. But it's showing. That's what I see here in your chart. Okay. So you say you are a forensic nurse, sexual assault nurse. Well, like I was telling you earlier in that chart we did, I sure know what you need to do. All right. So I got another chart. Thank you very much for choosing me to guide you. Take a look at, let me see if I can find this chart. Yeah, I don't have it here. So I have to create this chart. Oh, okay. So Duke, date of birth, May 2nd. Yeah. 1990. Born 10:34 a.m. in the city, Chicago. Okay, so this is Duke's chart. He is a Cancer rising, based upon the time you given and his date of birth, Cancer rising. We want to know about his finances. And is he doing what he is supposed to be doing? So for that, we're going to look at the progress chart. And probably his financial report. So his progress chart, he's now Leo rising. The second house will tell you about money. And he has Virgo on that house, which means that he has to release the idea of lack. When Virgo sits on the second house in a progress chart, that's sort of a thinking that they have to micromanage money. Virgo is ruled by Chiron, and his Chiron is in the 12th house in the sign of Cancer. So he could feel as if, and plus it's conjunct Jupiter and can widely conjunct Ceres. And he could feel as if his money needs to be spent on family or real estate. You could also feel as if he have luck and expansion in that area. As a matter of fact, he does. His Venus conjunct his MC, especially in the sign of Taurus, shows that any investment that he makes into a business, and that business could be anything that's pleasurable because of the sign of Taurus. It could deal with assets, investments, will be profitable. However, he may feel as if he has to spend all his money and have to sacrifice for his family. Okay? He probably feels as if he has to sacrifice for his family. Now, I'm going to take a look at his financial report so we can take a look and see what would be best for him. All right. So give me a second. Let me pull up my next software. All right. May 2nd, 1990, 10:34 a.m. Chicago, Cook County, Illinois. Mail, save. I got to share my next screen. Let me stop. Let me share this screen so you guys can see the financial report. Entire screen. All right. So let's look at this chart, and we're going to look at the forecast for the year. Look at this financial forecast. Let's see what he got going on. So we're going to do it for April 6th to May 6th. You know what? Let's go to April 6th, 2025. We're going to go transit to natal. And let's begin. Now, it's going to take a few seconds. It'll take a few minutes, but we're going to be able to see and spot the more, how I should put it, the best times for him to use his money or to invest or to gain money. So let's take a look. It's a December, January, February, March, almost at the end. April. There you go. So as you can see for a whole year, he's going to have ups and downs. We're going to take a look at, you can see the graphs where as it increases as time goes on. As you can see, it's an incline. Around here, it's at 16. So let me show you how it looks on the dates. The dates, look at these times, it starts to grow between April 8th to April 13th. Then it's 0, flat. And then it increases again a little bit from May 6th to May 11th. That you see this area right here in between? Doesn't mean that you lose. It just means that you go from back to ground zero. The most consistent, or his Duke's most consistent time is around here. Just a little dip here, a little dip here. And as you can see, that's around October. What is it? So it's around October. So let's scroll. You see, you have up and downs. It's going to gradually increase around June, from June 15th. And it keeps going until July 1st. And that's, as you can see, ups and downs, up 0, 0, zeros, and up, and 0, 0, and up. And this is the most consistent time. Is around September 16th. To about October 5th. But his most amazing time financially would be around December 14th. Well, that's another increase until January 1st. And then, as you can see, this time, February 9th, all the way to March 31st, he's going to be on it. It's going to be on it. So that's a very favorable time for him. It's around February 9th, moving down to March 31st. All right. Let's start sharing that. And I hope I answered that question. And what is he supposed to be doing? That's the last question. What is he supposed to be doing? All right, let's take a look. It's a natal chart. All right, so based upon his chart, with all these placements as a Duke is missing out. Duke actually is very gifted. Now, when Aries is on the 10th house and you have MC there, and you get the arrows there, you look for the ruler of Aries, which is Mars. And his Mars is in Pisces. Pisces rules a lot of different stuff. It rules drugs, alcohol, music, art, and anything spiritual, like psychic abilities and spirituality and collective. Because he has Nemesis, like widely conjunct, not really too close, and he has Mars as a ruler sitting in the 9th house of foreign places, foreign cultures, I would say all of the above is what he can use or supposed to be doing. He's not supposed to be limited. All right. All of that I showed you with the ruler of the MC sitting in the 9th house of foreign places, foreign cultures, and then like he's supposed to be all of that. Okay. But according to this, with that moon and Leo in the 2nd house, he's stubborn and very prideful and possibly won't listen to a goddamn thing you say because he also has Sun in Taurus, Toro in Taurus, Mercury in Taurus. So he has to come to his own conclusion. As a matter of fact, because he has it in the 11th house, he would normally take the road that people tell him not to take. So the way you could get him to do stuff like that is to tell him that, you know, I don't even know how to approach him about it, but just say, you know, man, you don't want to be rich. You want to be poor. That's why you're probably doing the things you do. And if I was, You know, you don't have to take up so and so. Like if you ever wanted to push for something, just tell him he don't have to. And because he don't have to, he's going to. You just gotta work with that. So you gotta manipulate him for his own good, because he's very self-sabotaging. Mars, when the ruler of the 10th house is sitting in the sign of Pisces, they sabotage their own career. They sabotage their own ambition. You see, Aries, like Mars, and it's sitting in Pisces. That's a self-sabotaging placement. It's a self-righteous and a self-sabotaging placement because it's sitting in the 9th house. Okay? Just want you to know. Well, that answers your 3 questions. I truly appreciate you. You know, always. Thank you very much. Oh, I have another person. All right, let me just take a look. Let me see how this Cash App looking. Because if you ain't sending the Cash App, ain't nothing gonna happen. All right, so we got Corey. I got some Corey. We got Christina S. And this was for Christina Shepard. For Shaquille, Christina Shepard. All right, I need to see your message. And then Tyrone, and then we got Mamacita, Sierra Thompson. There you go. Thank you guys for being here. So I'm going with Tyrone. Boy, Tyrone, we're going to take a look at your chart. See if I have your chart. I think you better call Tyrone. Call him. I'm sure you get teased with that name all the time. Yep. All right, so since we don't have that, Tyrone, you're born the 11th of January, 1994. And 10:22 p.m. And you're born the MDN, Camden, New Jersey. All right, let's take a look at this chart. Well, you know your boy, you want a little piece of that. So, one of your questions is, what should I focus on this year? The next question, how will my family financials look? And, oh, you already know I like the math. 1 or 2, buckle my shoe. And how will my family financials look? And will I have more children? How many kids you got, Tyrone? Yo, man, give me another one of those chicken, man. Might as well come close, man. Why are you so far? Thank you very much. So I can take 2 of these. Appreciate you. Oh, you have 3 kids. Are you married, Tyrone? What should you focus on? I'm going to put up the age harmonic chart. What your focus should be on. Well, looking at your chart, you should start off with unconditional love for yourself. You have the asteroid Amor conjunct the ascendant in your age harmonic chart. which means there should be more focus on developing yourself, putting yourself out there, a lot more on social media. Finding the ability to just to do it. You also have Pluto and Mercury conjunct each other in the second house. You got to develop your spiritual gifts, bro. The more you develop it, it seems as if this is what you're going to be great at. So, getting more information, more knowledge, but you have to find a way to monetize it. Because Mercury and Pluto Mercury represents information, knowledge about, especially conjunct Pluto, deep mystical stuff. As your ascendant is in Aquarius, this means you're using social media, your friend circles, and applying that. Okay? It also shows that it should be done with a partner. If you're in a relationship or a marriage, this placement right here, with the ruler of your ascendant conjunct Juno and conjunct Saturn, this should be a business, a philosophy that you and a partner should come together and do. I can see that. I can see that because you got the ruler of Uranus. Uranus conjunct Juno, and that's your ascendant. I can tell you're going to get married. Okay. So I see that happen. Congratulations, bro. Right here, when the rule of the ascendant is sitting in Libra conjunct Juno, that's an indication, especially Saturn there, that can happen. So that's what I see. Congratulations on you finding your significant other. You deserve it. Next question. How will my family financials look? Now let me look at your progress chart again. If your family's on you, it's looking pretty good. You have Jupiter, Toro, Nessus, Pluto, and North Node conjunct Pluto. Your finances looking pretty good, bro. It look like you're gonna hit a lick. You're gonna be a day trader. Well, you're gonna make a lot of money. They're looking pretty good. The sign of Scorpio was other people's money, investments. And if you got it there, you're good. Okay? Oh, yeah. All right. It's looking pretty good, bro. Just continue doing that investment. Sorry, guys. I just had to get a piece of some protein. As I be in the gym, I need that chicken, I need that chicken. Well, I have kids. Well, I see that you have your fifth house in your progress chart has Aquarius on it. But the sun there, and there's Venus there, and there's Mars there. So that's totally free will up to you. But I do see some restrictions there. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, and Uranus is sitting conjunct Neptune. And conjunct in the sign of Capricorn. Which rules stipulation, like limitations and regulations. So there's a possibility of it happening if you push for it, but it's going to be a little rough. I don't know. It's going to really shift your marriage or relationship, whatever you have going on. Okay. Hope that answers your question. Thank you very much for choosing me to help guide you. I'm going to go into the other questions. I'm sure I annoy a lot of people when it comes to me eating my food whilst I do these readings. But the nigga gotta eat. I'm on to Christina Shepherd. I'm gonna put your stuff up. I'm gonna look at your chart. But yeah. All right. It's your date of birth. I mean your name. Your date of birth is 30th of June, 1982. You're born 4:23 p.m. And you were born Fayetteville. Fayetteville, North Carolina. Okay. All right. What time is it now? I can leave at 7:30. So your question is, will I get into a committed relationship this year? Will I get married again? Will I move or relocate again? Those are really I'm gonna take a look now. Let's take a look at your chart. Will I ever get married again? You got married? How come you ain't married no more? What's the matter? You left him? You know I'm nosy. I want to know for study purposes, research purposes. To answer your question, the first one is, will you be getting in a committed relationship? We're going to take a look at your progress chart. Well, let's look at the H harmonic chart. We're going to use it to predict the day. We're going to take a look, see if it's saying anything about marriage for you. Well, you do have Saturn, Venus, and Pluto conjunct each other in the 7th house. But your Jupiter, which is the ruler of Sagittarius, is conjunct Juno in the 4th house. So a committed relationship looks like it's possible. Looks like a long-term one with somebody who may not be of your belief system, or somebody who may have background in a different country. I say that because Venus conjunct Saturn normally represents long-term relationship. Sitting in the sign of Sagittarius is foreign places, foreign countries. There's a strong possibility of that. And when the ruler of the 7th house is conjunct Juno, that normally represents a committed relationship. That's the first question. Yes. Will I ever get married again? The answer to that is yes. Let me double check. Hold on. Oh, I don't want to give you false hope. Sorry. Scorpio rising, Chiron in 7th house, and you got a conjunct Bacchus. You're addicted to long-term relationships. You got sort of a need to be in a long-term relationship. I see a second marriage though. The reason I said it because you have the rule of your 7th house and the sign of Gemini. So I see it too. I see the second one. I see it happening. Last but not least, will I move or relocate again? These are free will questions you're asking, by the way. That means you have the free will to choose this stuff. The question is, should you move right now? Right? No, right now. And they come out.
I'll come up with them later. Yep.
All right. So answer your question. Sorry about that. Will I move or relocate again? You vote. Relocation. Your son is still in the 4th house. Your son is still in the 4th house. I don't see a relocation. Well, your moon is in the 3rd house, so there could be a relocation. Damn. So yeah, there's a strong possibility of it happening. It isn't that doesn't go. It has a you have a level of free will to use to either stay or go. But yeah, that's what I see. You got a nice little chart there. You're gonna get married again. And dude gonna have some money. Based on what I look at just now, dude is gonna be financially stable. But from family members. Okay. All right, so I got Lauren Nelson. After Lauren Nelson, I have Sierra. And then I have Sierra. So Lauren Nelson, I can't remember what your questions are. If you are here with me. Was there another question you supposed to ask? Oh, you need to do your time of birth again. Sorry. We could do that later on after this thing here. All right, so Sierra, you have 3 questions. So let me get you out here. Sierra. Let's see how many Sierras we have in this thing here. All right, so your 3 questions is, when is my ascendant day? What does my chart say about how the eclipse is affecting me now? What to expect for the new year? Solar return. All right, so your ascendant day. Your ascendant day is the 18th of November. the 18th of November. What does my chart say about how the eclipse is affecting me now? Well, progress chart. You now have Aries sitting on your 5th house of, oh, you could get pregnant. You're gonna have a baby. Where's your Mars? In Virgo? 10th house? You could end up pregnant. Some people don't like that idea. All right. All right. Okay. Like I said, that's what I see there. I see that that's going to happen to you. It's going to be a shift in your creativity and also the ability to have children. That's what I see. It can also be a health issue because Mars is the ruler of your 5th house and it's sitting in the sign of Virgo, which can also represent health issues. What to expect for the new year? Solar return. Okay. Solar return. Let's cast the chart. Now, I can't give you this whole reading. I'm going to give you a little bit of what you need to hear. For the solar return, you're going to establish yourself. I do see also conflicts that you're going to have to deal with because your sun is sitting in Aries conjunct the North Node. This is something that you can't duck. I also see Chiron there, which normally, especially in Aries, normally represents having to deal with the law, officers, or some sort of that nature. And then your North Node, the rule of it is sitting in Pisces in the 9th house. Two things: you gotta escape to go to a different country, or there may be consequences that you may have to experience because Pisces rules spirituality. It rules, as you know, self-undoing, prisons, asylums, and hospitals. And you have it conjunct Saturn, which represents long-term. I think the only thing that you need to do is make a home in a different country because it's sitting in the 9th house. You don't, it could possibly be a problem. All right? It could possibly be a very serious problem for you. And that's what I see there based upon that last question you asked. Okay? So you need to fix that. What that going? All right. Mamacita, Sierra, Tyrone, Nicole, Latoya, Kimberly. Okay. I think we got everybody. Let me double check. Let me refresh. I think I think we got everybody just now. And I want to thank you guys for choosing me to help guide y'all in this lifetime. Truly appreciate y'all. I see somebody else. Janae McClinton. You will have to make sure that I'm on live the next time. Stay close. You know, I'm gonna send a message to you so you can know when. And just follow me on Facebook or follow me on YouTube, and I'll let you know when I'm on to do another event. All right. Thank you guys for choosing me to guide you in this lifetime. I appreciate you. All right. All right. Y'all enjoy the rest of your night.